Hey, what's good, y'all? I want to talk about the mental illness among some of these boxing fans. As we know, these Errol Spence fans, they have created a lot of conspiracies in the aftermath of this Bud Crawford-Errol Spence fight that happened on July 29th. One of the biggest mistakes that the Errol Spence fans made, and I think I'm going to guess that 60 to 65% of all Errol Spence fans are from Dallas-Fort Worth area or from Texas in general. Errol Spence represents Texas, and I can appreciate that he has a whole lot of fans and people that support him, and that even will be on code for him. But the truth is this: Errol Spence's fans did not do their research on Bud Crawford prior to the fight happening. They did not check his highlights. They did not check his resume, his pedigree. In their mind, they had tunnel vision. Only thing they saw was Errol Spence, their guy. And they had confidence, without a doubt, that Errol Spence was going to be victorious, which is okay. But another mistake Errol Spence fans made, and Errol Spence made this mistake as well. Errol Spence and Errol Spence's fans disrespected Bud Crawford, along with the media, the machine, the propaganda that was being put out there around Bud Crawford or about Bud Crawford. Errol Spence and his fans, they joined that cult. They became a part of the go along, get along gang. And Errol Spence and his fans created this go along, get along gang movement in boxing. And they failed miserably. And they're so appalled because it was so many of them. They were outnumbering the Bud Crawford fans, or just the pure boxing fans, the ones that were predicting Bud Crawford to win but didn't have an issue with Errol Spence. Me personally, I would take issue with Errol Spence as a fighter, as a boxer, until he became very disrespectful to Bud Crawford. Until he started to discredit what Bud Crawford did in the sport of boxing. Knowing he had never been ranked number one pound for pound over Bud Crawford. Knowing that Bud Crawford was ranked number one pound for pound for many, many years. Knowing that Bud Crawford had came up from junior welterweight as an undisputed champion. Knowing that Bud Crawford came up to Errol Spence's welterweight class, and the first person he fought was somebody that he might have low-key ducked, because Errol Spence wanted the Pacquiao fight. But then Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao, and then it makes you wonder why Errol Spence didn't challenge Jeff Horn to collect that strap from Jeff Horn before Bud Crawford did. How in the world did negotiations shift to Bud Crawford, who had just came up to the welterweight division? How did the negotiations shift to him and not Errol Spence? Maybe Errol Spence didn't want that smoke with Jeff Horn. He didn't want that kind of a pressure fighter. Because Jeff Horn is no pushover. Just because he lost to Bud Crawford, and it does not mean that he was not a good fighter. Did you see what Jeff Horn was doing to Pacquiao? Go back and look at the fight. You can make your argument for who you think won, but you cannot tell me that Pacquiao dominated or clearly won that fight against Jeff Horn. You're delusional and you're in denial. So let's be real here, man. Bud Crawford stopped the guy that beat Pacquiao. And everybody else started running, saying he was on the wrong side of the street and giving him all these other names and discrediting everything he did. He lighting ass. But you, Errol Errol Spence fans, y'all made the mistake of not doing your research on Bud Crawford. If you know what type of fighter Bud Crawford was and is, he's more dangerous when he gets mad. He's more dangerous when the boxer that he's getting ready to fight, leading up to the fight, and even the weigh-in, when his opponent is talking a whole lot of mess and being disrespectful and telling them what they're going to do to him and stuff like that, that's when Bud Crawford's mentality changes. And really, that's when it gets very calm. That's why I wasn't surprised that Bud Crawford was calm leading up to the fight, the weigh-in. He told him leading up to the, even before the weigh-in, in a couple of press conferences, he told him that if he get out of line, he's going to be number 11. If he get out of line, I'm stopping him. And you saw the calmness in Bud Crawford because he was harnessing all of that rage and that anger and the disrespect that not only Errol Spence was throwing at him, but everybody. The Errol Spence fans, the media, these podcasters, these bloggers, we got lames like Boxing Ego, clown. Fannin, clown. Champside, clown. It was a lot, and all these other goofy channels out there. But those three, Fannin, Champside, and Boxing Ego, those three were the main reason why Bud Crawford received so much hate and disrespect. Those three. Champside didn't so much disrespect him the way Fannin and Boxing Ego did, but I saw how Champside was a fanboy for Errol Spence. Champside was a fanboy for Errol Spence, and he was being on cold for Errol Spence. So he started shifting his narrative towards Errol to highlight Errol when that fight was finally officially made between Bud and Errol Spence. I don't care if you're a follower of Champside. I peeped game because I was subscribed to him at one point. But then I saw the biased behavior and the fanboy, zesty behavior behind Errol Spence. And I'm like, wow, bruh, this is what you're doing now? So y'all making all these excuses. Y'all are in denial of the truth and what really, really happened and why Bud Crawford beat the brakes off Errol Spence. But Bud had been stopping every welterweight in the welterweight division. So for y'all to act like it's unbelievable that Bud would knock out Errol like that because y'all think he's just so big and they're in the same weight class. What are you talking about? Like, it's skills that pay the bills. It ain't just size. You know how many niggas I done knocked out that was way 3 times bigger than me? Like, y'all gotta stop this goofy stuff because it makes me wonder, like, y'all probably can't even fight. Making up all these conspiracy theories because Bud beat Errol. Stop it.